Imagine a group of 15 West African nations, bound together by a shared commitment to economic integration and regional peace. This is the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS. Established in May 1975, ECOWAS sparked the flame of unity and hope, a flame that has been burning brightly for over 4 decades. ECOWAS is not just a coalition, it is an emblem of regional stability and unity, a testament to the spirit of cooperation. It represents a bloc that has transformed the face of West Africa over the years. Comprising of 15 member nations, each with its unique cultural fabric and economic potential, ECOWAS has sought to harness these diverse strengths towards a shared regional vision. From Benin in the east to Senegal in the west, the geographical span block is as vast as its shared ambitions. ECOWAS has worked tirelessly to promote economic integration, enabling free movement of goods, persons, and capital, making West Africa more interconnected than ever before. ECOWAS has also been a beacon of peace, responding to crises in the region and promoting diplomacy over discord. It has fostered a culture of regional peace, a culture that has not only minimized conflicts but also encouraged dialogue and reconciliation. The organization is a living testament of the power of unity, symbolizing the strength of a collective voice in a world often marked by divisions. Within this bloc, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have held strategic importance. These countries, despite their economic challenges, have been pivotal in shaping the regional dynamics. Niger, known for its breathtaking landscapes, is rich in uranium and other, contributing significantly to the regional economy. Mali, with its vibrant culture and history, plays a crucial role in promoting tourism. Burkina Faso, despite its history of political instability, has been a key player in the region's agricultural sector. Each of these countries, in their own unique ways, has contributed to the economic and political dynamics of the region, strengthening their individual identities while supporting the collective vision of ECOWAS. The bloc stands not as a mere collection of nations, but as a unified force striving to achieve regional peace and economic integration. This is the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS, a bloc that has been a cornerstone of regional stability for over 4 decades. Within this bloc, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have held strategic importance, playing pivotal roles in the region's economic and political dynamics. But now, imagine a seismic shift in this geopolitical landscape. A shift sparked by the withdrawal of these 3 nations from the Economic Community of West African States, colloquially known as ECOWAS. This isn't just a simple matter of disagreement or a fleeting desire for independence, it's a profound, calculated move, rooted in deep-seated dissatisfaction with the way ECOWAS has been handling crucial security issues and the punitive measures that followed the military coups in these nations. Additionally, the hidden strings being pulled by external powers can't be overlooked. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, all 3 nations with junta-led governments, have pointed accusing fingers at ECOWAS. They've faulted the organization for straying far from its founding principles, those ideals that initially brought the community together. Their grievance lies in the fact that they believe ECOWAS has failed to stand by their side in their relentless fight against the rampant terrorism that continually threatens their borders. Moreover, they view the sanctions ECOWAS has imposed on them, following the military coups, as inhumane and unjust. This deep dissatisfaction, when combined with the influence of foreign powers, has led to the dramatic and undeniable exit of these nations from the organization. The implications of this withdrawal are far-reaching, extending beyond the immediate shock and concern. It poses significant questions about the future of regional integration and stability in West Africa. These are nations that once formed a part of a larger, cohesive community, bound by shared goals and visions. Their withdrawal is not just a simple act of defiance but a fundamental shift in the geopolitical landscape. The repercussions for trade, security, and diplomatic relations within West Africa are enormous, casting a shadow over the region's future. Trade relationships that were once established and seamless stand on shaky ground. Security measures that were unified and coordinated are now fragmented and disjointed. Diplomatic ties that were once strong are now fraught with tension and uncertainty, and above all, it's a move that undermines ECOWAS's unity efforts, shaking the very foundations of the organization. It sets a precedent for other nations, potentially emboldening them to challenge the bloc's authority. It's a move that undermines ECOWAS's unity efforts and could potentially embolden other countries to challenge the bloc's authority. In the wake of their withdrawal, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have begun to realign their international relations. This significant geopolitical shift has sent ripples throughout the international community, marking a bold departure from their decades-long reliance on France, a former colonial power. Undoubtedly, this move has given rise to numerous speculations about the future of these West African nations. Please do like, comment, and share our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's continue. The decision to sever military ties with France was a historically monumental one. France, given its history with these countries, had been their primary military ally. The French military had a long-standing presence in these nations, providing them with crucial security support. However, growing dissatisfaction with France's handling of the region's security situation led these countries to reconsider their alliances. Their choice of Russia as their new security partner was equally surprising and noteworthy. Russia, with its military might and desire to extend its influence around the globe, came forward as a willing ally. Offering advanced weaponry, training, and support, Russia promised to assist these nations in bolstering their security. This sudden pivot to Russia underscores the shifting dynamics in international geopolitics. The Cold War-like rivalry between the West and Russia is playing out in new and unexpected ways. Parallel to these shifts, these nations also embarked on creating a regional defense pact, the Alliance of Sahel States. This pact represents a collective effort to strengthen their defense capabilities and maintain sovereignty over their territories. The alliance, they believe, will help them keep foreign intervention to a minimum and allow them to handle their own security issues more effectively. However, the formation of the alliance also highlights the growing sentiment of self-reliance among these countries. They seem to be moving towards a future where they are less dependent on external forces for their security, a radical shift from their past. This move, while applauded by many, also raises several questions about the actual capability of these nations to secure themselves against the various threats they face. They have severed military ties with France, turned to Russia for security support, and formed a new defense pact called the Alliance of Sahel States. Indeed, the global stage is witnessing a reshaping of alliances and power dynamics, with these changes being a significant part of the ongoing transformation. But what of the current political situation in these nations? A myriad of issues crops up as each nation fights tooth and nail to maintain stability, order, and progress. In each country, there is a unique struggle for power, democracy, and the establishment of viable political governance challenges are rampant, posing serious threats to the political stability of these nations. There are issues of corruption, inadequate institutional capacity, and policy inefficiency that are plaguing these nations and stifling growth and development. The security struggles are another major concern. Acts of political violence, civil unrest, and political instability have become all too common. The safety and security of citizens are compromised as the government struggle to contain the escalating levels of violence and disorder. It is clear that these nations are at a critical juncture where they must balance the immediate need for peace against the long-term goal of establishing a democratic society. The socio-economic conditions cannot be overlooked either. Poverty, low levels of education, and high unemployment rates are a common sight in these nations. The widening gap between the rich and the poor, coupled with the lack of adequate social services, have led to a rise in social unrest and dissatisfaction among the citizens. In these trying circumstances, political leaders are forced to prioritize security over democracy, often leading to restrictive policies and authoritarian rule. The backdrop of jihadi violence adds another layer of complexity to the situation. The spread of extremist ideologies and the recruitment of disillusioned youths into violent groups pose a great threat to the stability of these nations. Underlying all these challenges is the departure of these nations from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. This move, coupled with the potential spread of conflict to neighboring states, underscores the delicate balance between sovereignty and regional cooperation. Their departure from ECOWAS, coupled with the potential spread of conflict to neighboring states, underscores the delicate balance between sovereignty and regional cooperation. As we reflect on this exceptional step, we must consider its broader implications for ECOWAS and West Africa's political and economic landscape. This move, unparalleled in the annals of the region's history, warrants a thorough analysis for an enriched understanding of its impact. It begs the question, what does the future hold for ECOWAS? and the whole of West Africa. The broader implications are manifold. Firstly, there's the question of regional cooperation. This move could potentially engender a ripple effect, influencing countries within and beyond the ECOWAS bloc. This could either strengthen or undermine the regional unity and collaboration, depending on the subsequent actions of member states and their respective responses. Then there's the role of external powers in Africa. This move could attract attention and possible interventions from global powers. It serves as a reminder that the international community's focus on Africa isn't solely rooted in humanitarian efforts, but is also driven by strategic and geopolitical interests. This could lead to a shift in the power dynamics within West Africa, potentially disrupting existing alliances and creating new ones. Moving on, the challenge of maintaining regional stability amidst shifting allegiances is another major implication. The move has uncovered the simmering tensions and potential fault lines in the region. It challenges the existing equilibrium, revealing how fragile it could be when tested. We have to consider the potential risk of political instability if the balance of power is disrupted. Finally, we must take into account the economic implications. These are strongly tied to political stability, as economic prosperity and political stability often go hand in hand. A shift in the political landscape could impact the region's economic, potentially leading to uncertainty and volatility in the markets. All these factors, when considered collectively, underline the complexity of the situation. It's a multifaceted issue that's continually evolving and requires a nuanced understanding. It's not merely a regional concern, but one that could potentially influence international relations and global politics. It's a complex, evolving situation that continues to shape the destiny of West Africa. What are your thoughts on the implications of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso's withdrawal from ECOWAS for the region's stability and cooperation? Do you believe it was justified for these three nations to withdraw from the West African Economic Alliance? How do you believe ECOWAS's credibility and future initiatives will be affected by the departure of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger? Please let us know about your suggestions in the comment area. If you're keen on exploring more videos like this, please consider subscribing to our channel for additional content.